But I did want to bring up something you mentioned earlier in the week, Jill, is that you gave me this great quote. I think you said, "Be where your customers are," on social
Mhm.
media platforms, which is something I think people are considering now as more
Mhm.
platforms sort of come up and be and get talked about over and over again from other people and all over the world. We've spoken about Facebook and Instagram here, and I'm curious if you have any advice on travel advisors who might want to go on other platforms or might see another platform and think that might be an opportunity for them in their business.
Oh, absolutely. You really have to analyze your business and who is your typical customer. One platform that rarely gets mentioned anymore, but was early on for me. I had to step away from it just because of time constraints, and it wasn't my focus. But early on in my travel career, Pinterest was an
Wow.
amazing resource for me. So I spent a lot of time creating boards, whether it was because I took supplier pictures or I uploaded my own. And then, so if you look on Pinterest, you'll see I have a ton of boards. That still gets a lot of activity. I just haven't been adding to them lately. I got destination weddings out of my Pinterest boards. That's huge. Now I've
Yeah.
taken those and done other things with them. But when you think about it, brides are all over Pinterest doing research. So if you have a really strong presence on Pinterest, it's a great way to farm for that. You have to market and solicit for it, of course, but it can, that's a potential revenue source. TikTok. I don't know much about TikTok, but I know some colleagues who are doing really well with creating really great content and fun and amusing and are attracting clients. So where the people are that you want to target, that's where you need to make sure that you're putting your presence and making yourself known to those people. For me, it's Instagram and Facebook. It's what I know, it's what I feel comfortable with, and it's also targeting the demographic where I feel I want to be focusing my time and energy. And my business continues to evolve of who am I trying to attract. Having a conversation with this a colleague the other day about this. Do you want a more mature, affluent client that may not have many years of travel, but you want to capture them? But then you have to continually be looking for who's your new stream of revenue going to be as people reach a certain age and may stop traveling. Do you want to try and focus on building your business now with the millennial group and have them for many, many years? You've got to determine who's my customer, who do I want to target, and then be where they are.
Yeah. This is actually the first time I think on this series that Pinterest was brought up, which I think is very important for people to know. Jennifer Donchez was our guest a couple times, and she actually
Yeah.
brought up TikTok, how she was having success on TikTok, which is interesting. Yeah.
She's the one I actually was thinking of. Jennifer, she's an amazing businesswoman. I mean, truly incredible. I had the pleasure of getting to know her, being accepted into the Female Leaders in Travel group. And she has created, and I get to serve on the advisory board for Travel Ally Society. And these are great areas for travel advisors who want to connect with other successful travel advisors and learn from them. That whole group is all about sharing and teaching and sharing our successes so others can learn from it. Jennifer's amazing. And I've watched some of her TikTok and she's getting business from that. So it does work for
Yep.
sure.
And I've heard of advisors producing their own, I guess I would call them short films on YouTube about their own trips, and that
Mhm.
I've heard of providers who have been extraordinarily successful doing that too. So again, I think it's what we're talking about here. It's going to be finding the recipe, your own recipe for success.
Yeah.
We had two questions coming at the same time about LinkedIn, and I'm curious because we haven't spoken
Mhm.
about this before. If you have any experience with LinkedIn, or if you have any advice or words of wisdom about LinkedIn and travel advisors.
So I have tried LinkedIn where there's been times where I've done a post about, because it's a work uh, focused platform where I've talked about how many unused work day. This is pre-COVID. How many unused work day vacation days there are, and taking a break, how important it is, that sort of thing. I didn't have any success from it. I certainly have my information there, and I've used that platform for other reasons within our travel industry, but for as far as promoting and getting business, didn't work for me. That doesn't mean it wouldn't work for somebody else. And there are people who, do feel that it's a great platform. But for me, I did not have personal success with that.